welcome to Perth. Beautiful sunshine, no mask. How does it feel just to be out here?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, we did the quarantine for a few weeks, and that actually wasn't too bad, to be honest. We still had the Joondalup Resort, but to be out is pretty cool. A few dinners out and about. It's good.
What does it feel like in terms of the buzz within the group, knowing that in 11 days' time you guys will be playing off in the GF?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The coaches have done a good job just the last few days to give us a chance to get away and freshen up. We're lucky enough before Geelong to have that week off as well, so we're in a similar routine. Today's sort of the day we get back into it and get things going.
How important are these training sessions from a reconditioning yourselves, given the lack of football you actually had?
Yeah, of course. The high performance team and the coach has done a good job in planning that and making sure we're ready for Geelong. And there's no different. The next few weeks will be a challenge just to get going again, and we'll just embrace it, and it is what it is.
Would you prefer to be playing this week, personally?
Nah, to be honest, I think either way, it's a good chance to freshen up, and we're still getting our match simulation in. It's just a bit more controlled, which sort of helps us a bit and allows us to freshen up.
Does the match sim, how hard would you go in that? Because obviously you want to stay conditioned, you want to avoid injury, but it's sort of hard to combine the two.
Yeah, there is a fine balance. We're going to go pretty hard, but it's more don't jump into people's backs, going in for marks and sling tackles and whatnot. But when we're playing, it's we're going full on.
Is it the knocks that you want to get in these situations, or is it the running that's more important to have yourself ready for a grand final?
Yeah, a bit of both. It's obviously the running and the high performance team have numbers that we need to hit, and also the contested ball aspect to it in terms of hitting bodies and trying to feel like it is a bit of a game.
So Jordan's been the sub the last couple of months. Is there the big selection issue whether Hunt can get back in and maybe be that sub? Is that how you see it?
Yeah, who knows, to be honest. The coaches have a pretty big job on their hands. There is a few boys in good form and who's pushing the door down, but it's still probably 11 days away, so they've a few more sessions to go, and we'll see what happens.
Christian, is there a mental aspect that you guys have talked about, having a bye and again another week off for grand final?
Not really. For us, it was more nailing the week off last week, and we came out pretty well and played pretty good 4 quarters. So for us, we take a lot of confidence from that. We'll just try and repeat the same week in a bit, just to allow us to get conditioned and match hardened, and we should be fine.
Christian, Nathan Jones told the group last night of his retirement, which is, I guess, not entirely unexpected, but do you carry a piece of him with you, heading into the next week?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously sad to see him retire, but and the circumstances that he did do that is pretty unfortunate in terms of the situation we're in terms of COVID and whatnot, and having to fly back for the Twins. But he's a massive part of the footy club, always has been, always will be. He's had the Twins. He got there in time. I think he made it by 3 or 4 hours. So it's good to see him and the family doing well.
Arriving when you did, Christian, at the footy club, did you ever doubt that you'd be able to get here to a grand final as a footy club?
Yeah, I guess I came in first year of Roosie, and the club was pretty much the start of the rebuild, and there was some dark times, I won't lie, but we always had full faith in the direction that we're going, and we knew it would take some time. It's just a credit to the whole club in general. We've really bought in, especially the last few years, and we're able to translate it onto on-field performances.
Does it feel like a long time ago, that first year under Roosie?
It does, but it does go pretty quick at the same time, to be honest. But it's pretty exciting.
Tell us about Simon Goodwin. What sort of coach?
He's great. He's from day one. We're pretty lucky to have him. When he first got to the club, he was in the assistant coach role. So he spent that year and a bit building relationships, getting to know the players, and from there you could just see the passion that he has in terms of making us improve, not only as players but people, and that goes right through to the club, whether it's coaching staff, whether it's admin, making sure we're the best version of ourselves, and he's been great.
And what's prompted the spark or the change of direction for you to become where you are now from where you perhaps were a year or so ago?
Yeah, I think we're pretty disappointed with how the season finished last year. It was sort of in our hands, leading into going to Cairns, and we sort of blew that opportunity. And we went away over the summer and worked on our game hard. And to be honest, it was just a total buy-in in every single phase of our game plan, on-field, off-field, coaching staff, players. So it was a little shift for us, and to have everyone buy in, it's the journey that we're on now is pretty incredible.
Was there a moment where you sat down as a group after last season and talked about where you thought you could get to?
Yeah, there's numerous conversations. We sort of had that throughout pre-season, and to be honest, there's always a lot of conversations every year at footy clubs. It's just the buy-in and putting into actions. And for us, we sort of had enough in terms of floating around here and there. And like I said, I'll keep going back to that buy-in. It's translated into training in pre-season, and when games started, we put it into action. And I guess that was the most pleasing thing. But at the same time, the job's not done yet. We still have a game to play and a game to win, and that's our full focus.
Is there an element of surprise at how much you've improved from last year as a centre?
To be honest, nah, I'm not too surprised. I knew we were completely capable of this, and for us, it was just believing in it. That was one of the main things as well, just having that belief in terms of knowing we're good enough and producing it on a consistent basis.
Christian, as a defence, you're probably going to have to deal with Cody Waitman at some stage. You're pretty adept at winning free kicks. I know at different times tackling is a focus. Do you have to really focus on the technical aspect of that when you've got a guy like that who can win free kicks in different ways?
Yeah, the umpires as well are pretty hot on free kicks at the moment, so we'll treat it as normal. We do a lot of tackling in the main training session, so it'll be no different. It's just focus on getting a little bit lower, and with those sort of crafty players, just being careful of them drawing free kicks.
Are you disappointed there's no parade? Was that something that as a player you look forward to as part of the grand final build-up?
Yeah, of course, it's something that you grow up watching as a kid, and something that one day you want to be involved in. But at the end of the day, we're playing in a grand final, and that's our full focus, and we're pretty excited and grateful for that opportunity.
Just on Max Gawn, he seems like a pretty laid-back, pretty funny guy. What's he like as a leader?
Yeah, he pretty much hit it spot on. He's laid back, funny man, but yeah, he's a great character on and off the field, and he just drags people along with him, as you saw on the weekend. He's a great character to have around the club.
When you saw what he did on the weekend, as a player, how did you feel in terms of just your confidence and your emotions?
Yeah, it was pretty special. That snap looked like a little half-forwards goal, and he made it look pretty easy. So they're the sort of things he could do, which is scary as a ruckman, being able to do that. And you can see the lift it gave the team. He did it a few times in that third quarter, and not only the boys playing, but the fans as well. They got a real lift out of that, which was pretty cool.
Every time we see the boys, photos, videos, real life, there's always smiles. It seems like you've turned yourself into this happy club. I mean, I know it's easy to be happy when you're winning, but
yeah,
it feels like there's been a shift in the last couple of years. You've taken the pressure valve off. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's just probably a combination of having that belief in the total buy-in and just having fun.
Has Max driven a lot of that, given his character that you were talking about?
Yeah, Max, the leaders, Goody, the whole football club, just having fun, going back to your strengths, playing on instinct, and at the end of the day, you got to have a good time. You got to enjoy yourself, and it's a hard industry you're in. So, when you're losing, it's obviously there's a lot of pressure on you, but at the same time, you got to put it into perspective and try and find some enjoyment and some positives out of that, and have a good time.